What's up everyone, my name is Marie, welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So for today's video, I'm building a little home in the world of Brindleton Bay, and as you can see, this one is again fall themed. I mean, it is September, we can do fall builds now, it's okay. And yeah, I love this world in the fall. Brindleton Bay is just so pretty. I set it to like a few days into the fall and the trees are like so colorful and pretty and just, I love the lighting here on this lot specifically. And I just felt very inspired to do a little autumn themed build here in Brindleton Bay. I was working off of a reference photo that I found, but I can't seem to find it anywhere anymore. I think I found it on Pinterest, but I must have like forgotten to actually save it or something because I cannot find it for the life of me. I have been really bad at like saving these photos to insert them in the videos. I just don't know what I'm doing, but I can never seem to find them anymore. So the same goes for this one. Just know that I was working off of a reference. I just can't find it anymore. And that was mainly for the facade of the house. I didn't really have any pictures of the side of the house or the back of the house for that matter. And I also remember not copying it one-on-one because like I always say, that's never really a thing I do because I can't ever make that work in The Sims because of like size proportions and things. And sometimes stuff that looks cute on actual houses looks weird in The Sims. So that is something that you kind of have to work with, take into consideration. So yes, I definitely made it my own, but I got started with a reference photo and I just thought that this house was so cute and it screamed Brindleton Bay to me. So that is why I decided to build it here, and also because, well, Brindleton Bay is one of my all-time favorite worlds in this game, especially this time of year, like in autumn. It's just so pretty, it's so gorgeous. So yeah, that is what we're working with. And here, as you can see, I was playing around with the back of the house, trying to make a cute back porch and stuff. I also fiddled around with the roofing for a little bit because I wasn't liking how it was looking in the front there. I just adjusted the little, just the little accent roof piece, I guess. And now it looks a whole lot better. And we do have quite a large back porch going on, which I think is just super cute. And one tiny little area that is like, the game still sees it as indoors, but it is actually outdoors because I use these windows from Cats and Dogs without any glass in them. So it's like a fenced in little portion of the back porch. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but you can see it from the inside, basically where I place the large glass sliding doors. That's a little fenced in area of the back porch, but it's still actually outside, if that makes sense. And I turned that into a little painter's area. So I placed an easel there and just some painting decorations because I did build this house for a specific household and I love this household. It's a family that one of my Twitch viewers made, one of my Twitch mods actually. And she created this little household and submitted them into my save file, which is a thingy that I have on my Twitch stream where you can basically, if you have enough points, you can submit a family into my save file and I will build them a house. So that is the little household that I use for inspiration for this build. And the household is 3 Sims total, 2 young adults and 1 toddler. And the storyline for this little household is so cute. I can tell you, but she actually wrote up this little storyline that is so cute and I feel like I have to read it to you. So I will just quickly read it to you. I screenshotted it so I can just sit here and read it to you because it's really cute and you will immediately like get the gist of this whole household dynamic. So here is what she wrote. Maya loves to live freely and without feeling tied down. Then she met Frank. Frank made her feel whole, even if he is her total opposite. They agreed on one thing though, no children, ever. They wanted a life that could be easily picked up, travel around the world, throw caution to the wind. Then tragedy struck with Maya's brother and his wife. Maya and Frank now have to raise their knees while battling their inner feelings about children. Will Gracelyn change how they feel? So Gracelyn is a little toddler. She is Maya's niece, basically, and yeah, they were kind of like forced to adopt or at least to take in this toddler, so Maya's little niece, because something terrible happened, something very tragic happened to her brother and his wife. So basically, this young couple now has to take care of this toddler. While they were planning on not having any kids ever whatsoever, they just didn't want any kids. They just wanted it to be the two of them, and they wanted to be like able to travel around the world. Decided to just pack up and leave, like sell the house, buy a new house, like stuff like that. That is how they wanted to live. That was their dream. But then something terrible happened, and now they have this little toddler all of a sudden to take care of. And it's actually really cool because Frank, he actually has the hates children trait. So that is very interesting. So it's really, really interesting to see how this will play out for the family. And in my mind, they will obviously grow to love this little toddler, and it will change their opinion on children probably. They're gonna be just this cute little family. And I was thinking, since I'm building this in Brindleton Bay, at some point maybe they actually decide to also have some pets. Maybe they want to adopt a dog as well, or a cat, or maybe both. Because I didn't really take that into consideration while building this house, even though it is in Brindleton Bay, because I felt like a pet, I mean, obviously, this household was already pre-made for me and there is no pet included. But I was also thinking it makes sense for them to not have any pets if they want to be able to like move around easily and pack up and leave, or travel the world for that matter. I mean, maybe you could do that with a dog. With a cat, that would already be so much more difficult. So yeah, no pets definitely makes sense for this family. But I was definitely thinking, since they are living in Brindleton Bay and they have these cute stray cats and dogs walking around their house 24/7, at some point maybe they just can't take it anymore and they'll also adopt a pet, is what I was thinking. Yeah, but this storyline is so cute and so well thought out. And it's actually so interesting that, yeah, these Sims, they don't like children. They never really planned on having any kids at all. And now they have to improvise and all of a sudden take care of a little toddler, their niece. I mean, obviously, she has always loved her niece. It's not like that. It's not like they're bad people. They just didn't really want to ever have any kids of their own. And now all of a sudden they have a toddler living in their house. So that is such an interesting storyline, and it's so creative. And I love what she wrote up for the household. They're so cute. So yeah, that is the household I built this house for, and it was so fun to take into consideration that they all of a sudden have like this toddler to take care of, because you can really tell that this house wasn't really made for kids, like, if that makes any sense. Like, you can really tell that, yeah, these Sims living in the house, they never really took it into consideration that it should be like family friendly or anything. They also really had to improvise with the toddler's bedroom because Maya, she is actually a painter. She is in the painter career. She has the painter aspiration. And so I made this little painter area for her outdoors, which is totally fine. But I could totally see the toddler's bedroom, or the room that I created or furnished to be the toddler's bedroom, definitely used to be the office, because Frank, he has the WizKid aspiration. Is that what it's called? He loves computers. He loves programming, basically. So that is what he does for a living as well. So he is basically a little bit of a nerdy type, quote unquote, in the best sense of the word possible, if you know what I mean. But he just uses the computer a lot. He could definitely use his own office to do programming and to get work done, stuff like that. But yeah, now that they have a toddler, the toddler obviously needed her own bedroom. So they had to like sacrifice their office. And now that is a toddler's room. And the toddler's room, the shape of it is quite awkward as well, but it's really cute. I actually love how the toddler's bedroom came out, but you can also really tell that they really, really had to improvise with that and like quickly get like a secondhand little toddler bed, stuff like that, get some toys from like secondhand stores, stuff like that. So yeah, it's really cute how it turned out. And then here you can see I actually took a long time landscaping this build because, as you can probably tell, I was working with the terrain tools, and that, my friends, is way out of my comfort zone. I never play around with the terrain tools because I can never make it look right. I hate how everything, like all the plants and everything, just start floating, and I can never get it to look how I want it to. But then I was like, you know what? I have the tool mod. I can fix this. I can play around with the terrain tools. manipulate the terrain a little bit and just use the terrain or use the tool mod to like elevate or lower down my flowers and things. It's gonna be fine. So I did that, and as you can see, it took me a while. I also did not record literally every plant I placed down. Like I definitely recorded most of it, but not everything, because it did take me a long time. Though I love how the landscaping for this build came out. I am a little bit obsessed with it. I don't know, I'm just quite proud of it. I love how the terrain looks with like the double staircase in the front of the house, and it just looks so cute. So yeah, you can see that I went crazy with the terrain paint and with the landscaping or the terrain tools, I should say, and the landscaping and stuff. And yeah, I don't know, I can say that I am quite proud of this. I don't know if you feel the same, but yeah, I don't know. I love how it came together. And then here you can see that the house on the inside is actually really small. It's very small and very cute. I definitely went for an older, maybe a little bit of an outdated look and feel. So this house could potentially use a little bit of love. It could definitely use some renovations, but I feel like that would fit the Sims lifestyle quite nicely, since they want to be able to like move around and stuff. They probably bought this house not too long ago, and it was probably fairly cheap because it is definitely a little bit older, and it could use a little bit of a renovation. The kitchen, for example, is very old. I mean, in Sims terms, it looks very cozy and homey and cute, but I mean, it's still pretty much outdated, and I can definitely understand that these young people maybe dream of having a little bit of a more like modern, renovated, updated house, if you will. That is not this. This is definitely very traditional. They probably bought all these furniture pieces secondhand. Maybe some of these furniture pieces were actually already in this house, but then these Sims are also pretty much into handiness. They love handiness. So this is another thing in The Sims, but I could totally also see these Sims buying secondhand furniture pieces, fixing them up. I mean, it is a thing in Eco Lifestyle, for example, where you do like some dumpster diving and fix up the furniture pieces that you find. But yeah, I was definitely thinking that maybe they got some like secondhand pieces and gave them a little bit of a paint job, stuff like that. But basically all these furniture pieces are secondhand. The house is a little bit older. They probably did go ahead and like paint the walls and stuff to at least have it look not very like gross and broken down, if that makes sense. But yeah, overall this house is just pretty much cute but outdated, and that is most definitely the look and feel that I wanted to go for to make it seem like it was probably fairly cheap to buy. And yeah, they did their best to make it look homey without, you know, buying very modern, very expensive furniture pieces. So that is definitely what I went with. And then bedroom wise, it's also quite interesting because there is one full bathroom in this house, and that is the bathroom upstairs, but that is also an ensuite to the master bedroom. So there is only one full bathroom in the house, and it's an ensuite. There is another half bathroom downstairs though, with just a sink and a toilet, because I feel like if you do one bathroom upstairs and it's also an ensuite, you really want to have at least one extra half bathroom that's a whole bath. So that is what I did for this house as well. But that just goes to show that they really had to like improvise with a second bedroom, because this was never really supposed to be a 2-bedroom house. So yeah, that is really what they had to do. And it's just, I love how it turned out. At first, I really wanted to turn the upstairs full bathroom into a Jack and Jill bathroom, because it made sense to me and I liked it, but I actually got rid of the second door because I wanted there to be a shower tub combo, basically, because I mean, this household does have a toddler, so you need a tub to bathe the toddler, basically. So that is really what I tried to take into consideration. So I was like, okay, you know what, let's just make it an ensuite instead of a Jack and Jill, and call it a day, and just kind of pretend that this house was never really supposed to be a 2-bedroom house. It's like 1.5 bedroom house, if that makes sense. The second room was just always supposed to be either an office or just an extra bedroom, but never like, it's not really just supposed to be a family home, if that makes sense. Even though it looks very cute, and you could definitely use it as a family home. I hope that I'm making any sense here. I think you can kind of see what I was trying to do. For example, here you can see the kitchen. It's very outdated. I used these kitchen counters from the, oh gosh, was this Cottage Living or was this the Country Kitchen kit? I think these I think these counters are from the Country Kitchen kit, and then the overhead cabinets are from Cottage Living, or the other way around. I don't remember, but basically you can see that this kitchen is very outdated. It's very old, but they just never really bother to make it look nice. But maybe now, because like at first this was never supposed to be their permanent home. At some point they probably like wanted to pack up and leave, maybe move into an apartment in San Myshuno, but for now they kind of wanted to try and live here in Brindleton Bay, see what that's like in a more rural area. And then later on they were probably planning on like moving somewhere completely different, or maybe even move to Mount Kamarebi and live in the snowy area. I don't know, they just kind of want to explore the entire world. So this was never supposed to be their forever home. They just wanted it to look homey and cute and livable for like the time being, like for the time they're here basically. But now, since all that happened in the family and they have a toddler to take care of, they're probably going to stay here for a little bit longer. So that is something you can really just do with the storyline, is maybe at some point they do decide actually to renovate this house a bit more. Maybe they do want to add an extra bathroom. Maybe they do want to renovate the kitchen and like expand the house a little bit, make it a little bit bigger. You know, maybe that is something they want to do now that they are probably going to stay here for a little bit longer, because that is really what I could see happen to this household in the future. Is now that they have this toddler to take care of, they're not going to be moving around as much anymore. They're going to stay here because this is a nice, peaceful, serene area or like world for a toddler to grow up. It's very nice. Brindleton Bay is very dreamy, very cute, very cozy, peaceful, probably some good schools around here and some like fun families and other kids to play around with and grow up with, make friends with, if that makes sense. So yeah, I hope I'm making any sense here for the storyline, but I just really feel like this house would be so fitting for them. At first, when my friend told me about this family and like showed this family to me that she made on the gallery, I was like, okay, I probably should make an apartment for them, since they have like this fast lifestyle where they want to be able to travel around. They probably don't have a house. They probably live in an apartment somewhere. And then I was like, no, that would be a little bit of a cop-out maybe. I feel like maybe they would live in like a small old little home that they can either renovate or like not renovate and just live here for a little while and then sell and move somewhere else, like move somewhere new. I thought that would be so fitting for them. Also because Maya is a painter, she probably likes to paint like landscapes and things and like be surrounded by nature, be inspired by a pretty world and like by pretty landscapes, if that makes any sense. So I felt like, I mean, they probably have lived in their fair share of apartments as well, like in different cities. But for now, maybe they wanted to try something a little bit more peaceful and quiet. And of course, that is when the tragedy in the family happened. And they had to like basically change their whole entire lifestyle and yeah, just go from there. So that is what I decided to do for this family. But yeah, here you can see we have a tiny little 3-tile half bathroom down here. So there is no way you can fit a shower in here. You could, if you like got rid of the window, then you could obviously place like one of those wall mounted showers from either Snowy Escape or Discovery University. You could definitely do that as well and like have that be a full bathroom as well. But I decided not to because I thought a half bathroom would make more sense for this house. And then upstairs, oh my God, I had a couple of issues here because as you can see, I had some roofs clipping through the wall and I couldn't fix that for the life of me and still have it look good on the exterior with these like diagonal wall pieces, if that makes any sense. These little bay window areas, if you will. I couldn't make that look good. I couldn't fix the roofing for it. So I was gonna have clipped roofs here on the landing and then also in the toddler's bedroom, but I fixed that in a different way. Here I just placed this corner couch and I sized it up ever so slightly with a tool mod so that it basically hides the roof. And I thought that that was a pretty smart move. I mean, it's probably been done before. I'm probably not the one who invented this trick, but I thought it was pretty smart and I was pretty proud of myself for that one. I have no clue actually if that couch is still functional now. It's ever so slightly sized up. Like I only size it up by the tiniest amount, basically, just so that you can't see the roof clipping. I just forgot to play test it. So I don't know if that couch is still functional. It should be, but I don't know. We can test it maybe after the speed build when I show you a little tour of the house in real time in the game. We can maybe try and see if it works. I don't know, it could be interesting. And then for the toddler's room, I have the same issue because I basically have that same bump out in the back of the house as well. But what I did for that room is I actually closed off that section of the room with a wall. When you do that, sometimes the clipping, like the roof clipping, goes away. And that happened for this one as well. And then I just kind of filled that wall up with archways to kind of make it seem like it's still one room, if that makes sense. I don't know. It sounds very complicated and weird because I'm really bad at explaining stuff, but you'll see it once we move on to that bedroom, and when we actually decorate it and furnish it, you'll see what I mean. But I actually really love it. I feel like it looks really cute and it definitely gives the room its character, and it's just very cozy looking. But here you can see this is the master bedroom, and it's now actually also an office because, yeah, the office, what used to be the office is now Graceland's, the toddler's bedroom. Sorry, Frank, that is just what has to happen because you have a toddler to take care of now. So yes, the office is now in the bedroom as well. Yeah, pretty sad, pretty small, but I actually really like how the desk looks in the bedroom. It is, it's quite nice. It fits well in there. And here you can see this is the little ensuite. At first, I was thinking of making it a Jack and Jill. You could just see me remove the second door into the toddler's bedroom. That was the smartest move, actually, because the door did take up a lot of space in the toddler's bedroom still, a lot of wall space, that is, that I could really use in here because this room is only very, very small and very awkward. So here you can see that this part of the room, I placed a bunch of archways basically to do that trick that I just explained where I wanted to get rid of the roof clipping. So yeah, it still feels like one room, but technically it's two rooms because I did close that area of the room off with a wall, if that makes sense. I feel like I have been trying to explain this for way too long. I think you get what I mean. Yeah, it looks a little awkward, but also quite cute. So I placed this dresser. They probably got this very old secondhand dresser and they were like, okay, we have to do something with this. This toddler probably needs like a cute room. So they went ahead and painted it light blue, and I think it just looks so cute. You can also really see that they either created this toddler bed themselves or they got it secondhand, like a very old secondhand toddler bed. The first one they could find probably, because maybe for one reason or another, they weren't able to move the stuff from the house where the toddler used to live. Ooh, that could be interesting. Maybe their house caught on fire. This is a very sad storyline, but that is definitely something that could be the case. Like maybe the house burnt down and with it, all the stuff that was in the house. So they really had to improvise and get this like secondhand stuff or make some stuff themselves. For example, the little nightstand next to the bed also looks very much handmade or updated or like recently painted, if that makes sense. Definitely a bit on the cheaper side, and that is what I was going for. So, ooh, that could actually be it. That could be the tragedy that happened to the family. Now that I think about it some more, I actually quite like, I mean, that is not the right thing to say that I like it, but storyline wise, I feel like that could definitely make sense. But yeah, with that being said, that was actually the toddler's room, and I love how it came out, awkward as it is. It's very cute, but I'll give you a proper look at it after the speed build portion of this video, which we're pretty much coming to the end of it. Here you can see that weird closed in area with glassless windows that I created on the back porch, and I actually turned that into Maya's painting area, like art area. It's only very small, but I placed this little easel in the corner and then some other like paint related or art related decorations, and also a random pumpkin because I thought it looked cute, and I'm still building in the fall. So I thought this pumpkin would somehow be appropriate. Maybe she used it as like a painting prop or something. That could be a thing. And then here on the back porch, I also placed a handiness table because both these Sims actually like handiness. So I really enjoyed placing the handiness table there. And then I also put some gardening stuff around the place. Neither of these Sims actually like or dislike gardening. They're pretty neutral about it. So maybe they actually want to take up gardening. Maybe they want to start growing their own flowers, fruits, vegetables, stuff like that. Since they are becoming a little bit more homey, if that makes sense. Like they are, whether they like it or not, basically going to transition into like family life. So with that, maybe they want to take up gardening. I don't know why. It definitely doesn't have anything to do with each other, but still, I feel like it could be cozy and cute. So I definitely placed some gardening pots and planter boxes around the place. And in the backyard, I also placed a flower arranging table. So that is a fun activity for your Sims to do as well. And then I also put the bee box because I love the bee box and it came with seasons. And since I'm building in the fall, I thought it would be cute. So that is what I did. And then here I just did a little bit of extra landscaping in the backyard as well. I placed some more flowers and rocks and things. But then that is basically it. So let's jump right into the game and I'll show you the house in real time. So here we have the house in the game. Once again, I am just obsessed with Brindleton Bay in the fall. Look at all these trees, look at the colors. It looks absolutely stunning. And I also placed a fair amount of trees on this lot. Actually, I sized them down, most of them, not all of them. But look at this tree in the backyard. This one I think is actually from Cottage Living, from the debug menu. I might be wrong, but I think so. Isn't it so freaking gorgeous? The colors are everything, and this house definitely blends in with these colors as well, but it also still looks good in the other seasons. But here you can see, this is the front of the house. We have a double staircase because I was doing some terrain manipulation, and I love how it turned out. So we have a double staircase, and then we have this cutesy little front porch with a rocking chair, basically just because I love the color of it, so I just placed it there. And then we have some plants in the corner as well. Then when we go inside, we have this tiny little hallway with just your entryway essentials. We have a dresser, a mirror, a coat rack, an umbrella rack. You definitely need some umbrellas here in Brindleton Bay because it rains a lot. And then when we go inside, we basically have the open kitchen, living, and dining area. So here we have the living room. I used a lot of cats and dogs furniture pieces actually, and I combined them with obviously just some different ones. For example, I love this couch and this chair combined with this coffee table from the high school years pack. I don't know why, but it just looks very cute. It's definitely mismatched, but yeah, that was perfect for this house. So yeah, just the living room. I also placed an end table behind the couch for some extra storage and things. And then here we have the kitchen. So this kitchen, cozy and cute as it is in the game, it could definitely use a little bit of an update. But yeah, it's just your standard little farmhousey looking kitchen, if you will. I cluttered it up with a whole bunch of things. I also placed a tea maker, and then this countertop next to the fridge is actually free of decorations, so that one is usable. If you want more free counter space, you can obviously just delete some of the clutter items and you should be good to go. Then back here is just an open walkway space basically. And then here we have the half bathroom. It's very small. It has a toilet on one side and a sink on the other side. And then over here we have the dining room area. I am obsessed with this area. This couch may or may not be functional. Maybe your Sims can sit here like on either side, but definitely not in the middle. But it still looks cute. It kind of looks like a dining table bench, except it's a full-on couch. I don't know, it just looks very cute. But we do have these two chairs, which are obviously functional in combination with the dining table. And then I placed some hanging plants. And then here we have the glass sliding doors leading into the little painter's area. Isn't this so cute and lovely? Wouldn't it be so amazing to just be out here, work on your paintings? I cannot paint for the life of me, but I can completely understand that that would be very cozy and peaceful. And then here we have some more just paint and stuff and just some random knickknacks as well. And then out here we have the back porch. I actually initially forgot to place an outdoor trash can, but I did remember to put one before I placed this house on the gallery. So the gallery version of this build actually does have this outdoor trash can. But yeah, here we have the woodworking bench, a dining table, a gardening area, and then for the rest of the backyard, we just have this little seating space out here and another little gardening area back here. here by the beautiful tree. But then as you can see, definitely a lot of space left in the backyard for some extra activities or like toys for the kid to play with. That's definitely something you can add later on. But then back inside, here we have the landing. For some reason, I love how this landing came out. It just looks very cozy to me. So this is that strange little area with the sized corner couch, basically to hide the clipping roof piece. We can actually, let's see if this one works. So here we have my playtester sim. Please sit down. It doesn't work, sadly. I already thought so. I didn't really think it would work, but that's okay. So that is basically just for decor purposes. What isn't for decor purposes is the master bedroom. This one is definitely functional. So we have a double bed with some nightstands, and then over here we now also have the office space because Frank was forced to give up his office and move it into their bedroom. Though I love this office space. It looks very cute. And then obviously we also have like this wardrobe situation here, and they have an ensuite bathroom, which is the one and only full bathroom in the house. This one has a shower tub combo and then just a sink and a toilet, just my standard bathroom layout. And then over here we have the toddler's bedroom, the star of the show if you ask me. It's awkward and cluttered, but it is very cute. So this is that wall with the archways that I was talking about to kind of like get rid of the clipped roofing, and that is where I basically placed the dresser. So here we have the dresser with some knickknacks on it, and then a stuffed animal next to it for the toddler to play with, and just a chair and a cutesy little hanging plant. You can really tell that these Sims tried their best with this bedroom to basically just give the toddler the cutest bedroom they could offer them, and I think they really succeeded. It's very mismatched in here, and that is exactly what I wanted. So here we have the toddler's bed and the nightstand and just a crafted little dollhouse out of a cardboard box. I just thought it looked so thoughtful and so cute. But yeah, that's basically it for this house. So this dreamy fall home is up on the gallery. It comes in at just over 74,000 simoleons, so it's definitely very expensive, but we're not surprised by that anymore here on my channel. It's okay. I built it on a 30 by 20 in the downtown area of Brindleton Bay, so if you want to place it in your game, then that is where it goes. But that is gonna do it for this video, so I really hope that you enjoyed this build. You can obviously go ahead and download it off the gallery like I just showed you. My username on the gallery is Simmary Sims. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram if you'd like. My username on there is Simmary Sims as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, feel free to do so, and if you want to be notified of every single time I upload a video, just click that little bell icon and you should be fine. I also live stream over on Twitch a few times a week, so if you're interested in that, go ahead and give me a follow over on twitch.tv/SimmarySims. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.